welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to do a lasagna soup in the crock pot, and I'm going to do it from food storage. So I was excited to bring you along to show you how I'm going to make this recipe. Now again, you know me enough by now to know my channel that I do not follow recipes exact. If you need to, you can look up a lasagna soup recipe online. But basically it's just taking whatever you put in your lasagna and then adding extra liquid and putting it in the crock pot and letting it cook forever how long you can do it for 5 to 6 hours on low or 4 hours on high. You can cook the lasagna noodles al dente and put them in if you're in a hurry, or you can let the lasagna noodles cook in the liquid in the crock pot that's them itself. So I am going to show you what's in the recipe, and then I'm going to bring you along as I make a food storage lasagna soup. Okay, so this is where we're starting from. I showed you in my previous video that I have dehydrated hamburger that I dehydrated myself in my dehydrator, and it was about 2 years ago that I dehydrated it. Now it has salt and pepper and onions in it, so it's already seasoned. So I took about a cup and I put it in my crock pot with some hot water, and I'm letting it rehydrate first. That's going to be the beginning of my soup. Now once that hamburger gets hydrated and it's nice and soft and starting to smell fragrant, then I'm going to add my beef broth. I'm going to add my jar of pasta sauce, whatever pasta sauce you like. I happen to have a jar of Italian sausage links that I had canned in tomato juice I think it was about 6 months ago. So I'm going to throw that in. I think it's going to taste divine. And then a couple of the recipes I looked at online said to add heavy cream, you know, to make it kind of that milky consistency that lasagna has. So what I've decided is at the very end, when I add in the cheese, I'm going to see how it tastes and see if I want to add in the evaporated milk. If I do, I will. If I don't, I won't add it. And then there's some Parmesan cheese to add. So this mozzarella cheese is freeze-dried. It is from Honeyville. Now if you look in there, you can see it's all, you can hear it, it's all crisp. Now they recommend rehydrating it in water. Well, I don't want it to be wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle it on this paper towel. You can see that here. I'm going to sprinkle it on there, and then I am going to let it rehydrate this afternoon while the rest of the soup is cooking, so that by the time, about a half an hour before we have dinner, it'll be rehydrated, and then I can use it in the soup. Now what I'll do is I'll take another damp paper towel and I'll lay it over the top and kind of sandwich the cheese in here and let that dehydrate. So that's how we're going to make the soup. So I'll bring you along when I get ready to do the next step after my hamburger has rehydrated. Okay, so the hamburger has rehydrated. So I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients. I've got, well, first I'll add in the sausage so that I can rinse that jar. Then there's some of the beef broth. Sorry about that. And then I have got a jar of our favorite sun-dried tomato and sweet basil. Use whatever sauce you have on hand or whatever is your family's favorite. Now let me rinse that out. That's my home canned beef broth, but if you've got store-bought beef broth, that's just as fine, or water. Go ahead and pour that in the crock pot. And then go ahead and stir that up. Now, if you put spinach in your lasagna and you like it, or you have some on hand that you've dehydrated or you've got in the freezer, go ahead and add that to it. I'm not going to add it because I don't actually have any to add. I use it in my dog's food and it's used up right now. So the cheese is rehydrating, and then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to add the noodles once this the liquid in here becomes hot again, you know, on high. I'll turn it down and add the noodles. So that'll probably be in about an hour or so. I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. I am back. I am ready to add the lasagna noodles to my crock pot. You can see I've had it on high, so it's boiling. These new crock pots do not cook slow no matter what they say. Anyway, so I got a package of Dreamfield's low carb pasta. It is 3.25 ounces, and I broke it up. Now I'm only going to use about half of it. So what I thought I would do is I would make a food storage meal out of the rest of the ingredients that I don't have, that I don't need to use for this recipe for tonight. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put half of these in the crock pot. Go ahead and break a few more up. All right, that looks like about half of the noodles. Let me grab a spoon here. Stir it up. And there you go. It smells delicious. So that's the next step, and when the lasagna noodles are cooked through, it'll be time to add that Parmesan or the mozzarella cheese that I rehydrated, and I will probably add some Parmesan cheese, and it'll be ready for dinner. I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. All right, I'm super excited. This is the final result of the lasagna crock pot soup from Food Storage. It looks and smells amazing. Can you imagine if you needed to pull a meal out in an emergency situation, or just because people were coming over at the last minute and you didn't have anything in the refrigerator you could fix? You could make this delicious pot of lasagna soup. Anyway, I hope you all try it. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and leave your comments about what other meals that you like to make that I may be able to convert to a food storage meal in the comments. Talk to you later. Bye.